Here's the truth that credit card companies don't want you to know. You've been lied to about the 30% credit utilization rule. If you're keeping your credit card balances under 30% of your limit, you're actually holding yourself back from reaching an 800+ credit score. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to go from a 650 credit score to over 800 in just 12 months. And it's going to save you over $100,000 in interest over your lifetime. Let me start with why this matters so much. The difference between a 650 credit score and an 800 credit score on a $300,000 mortgage is about $65,000 in interest over 30 years. That's a brand new luxury car sitting in your driveway, or your kid's college education, or your retirement fund getting a massive boost. An 800+ score also unlocks premium credit cards with benefits worth thousands annually, including the Chase Sapphire Reserve with $300 in annual travel credits, or the American Express Platinum with $200 in Uber credits plus airline fee reimbursements. Now let's talk about what actually determines your credit score, because this is where most people get it wrong. Your payment history makes up 35% of your score. This is the biggest factor. Credit utilization is 30%, length of credit history is 15%, credit mix is 10%, and new credit inquiries are 10%. Understanding these percentages is crucial because it tells you exactly where to focus your energy. Here's that myth I mentioned about the 30% utilization rule. Most advice tells you to keep your credit card balances under 30% of your total available credit. That's the bare minimum to avoid tanking your score, but if you want to break into the 800+ range, you need to keep your utilization under 10%. Even better, under 5%. This single change can boost your score by 30 to 50 points within 2 months. Let me give you a real example. If you have a total credit limit of $20,000 across all your cards, you should keep your total balances reported at under $2,000 and ideally under $1,000. Here's the hack. Most credit card companies report your balance to credit bureaus on your statement closing date, not your payment due date. So if you pay down your balance before your statement closes, that lower number gets reported. You can even make multiple payments throughout the month to keep that reported balance low. Now let's talk about the strategic credit card moves that will accelerate your progress. First, if you're at 650, you likely have too few credit cards or too many hard inquiries from recent applications. The optimal number for an 800+ score is having between 3 to 5 credit cards that you manage responsibly. If you only have 1 or 2 cards, consider applying for 1 additional card every 6 months. Space these applications out. Too many hard inquiries in a short period will temporarily drop your score by 5 to 10 points each. But here's the important part. Never close old credit cards, even if you're not using them. A card you opened 8 years ago is gold for your credit score because 15% of your score is based on the average age of your accounts. If you close that old card, you're cutting your credit history short. Here's another powerful strategy. Request credit limit increases every 6 months on your existing cards. This immediately lowers your utilization ratio without changing your spending. Most card issuers like Chase, Capital One, and Discover allow you to request increases online, and many won't even do a hard pull on your credit if you've been a customer in good standing. If you have a $5,000 limit and get increased to $8,000, you just improved your utilization ratio by 37.5% without changing a single habit. Let's map out your 12-month action plan with specific timelines. Month 1. Set up Autopay on every single credit account for at least the minimum payment. Even one missed payment can drop your score by 100 points and stays on your report for 7 years. This is non-negotiable. Month 2. Pay down all your credit cards to under 10% utilization before your statement closing dates. Months 3 and 4. If you need another credit card for optimal credit mix, apply for one that matches your spending patterns. Month 6. Request credit limit increases on all existing cards. Monitor your score monthly using free tools like Credit Karma or Experian to track your progress. Months 7 through 12. Maintain perfect payment history, keep utilization low, and don't apply for any new credit. By month 12, if you followed this plan exactly, you should see your score climb from 650 to somewhere between 780 and 820. The biggest mistakes that cost people points are closing old accounts, making only minimum payments and carrying high balances, applying for too much credit at once, and ignoring errors on their credit reports. Check your credit report every 4 months from each of the 3 bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and dispute any errors immediately. About 20% of credit reports contain errors that drag scores down. Remember, building an 800+ credit score isn't about gaming the system. It's about demonstrating financial responsibility consistently over time. But when you do it strategically, like I've shown you, you compress years of gradual improvement into just 12 months. Start today with that Autopay setup, check your utilization ratio, and mark your calendar for those credit limit increase requests. Your future self will thank you when you're saving thousands on interest and unlocking financial opportunities that simply weren't available before.